Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our SEUNGWOO Career Mode series here, officially the first full episode of our time at Manchester City. I can finally announce it through the title of the episode, and we can officially truly start our journey as a Manchester City striker. So in the last episode, obviously we did make a deadline day move with an hour left in the deadline, just to make our move over to Manchester City to play with Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot of decision making went into that to decide that leaving Messi and Barcelona was the best decision. I mean, they were selling so many players off that it only felt like the right move to go ahead and leave the squad. I went into that a lot in the last episode. If you guys missed that, make sure you go back and check all of that out with all of the drama that did go down on transfer deadline day. So here against Stoke City, this is our, I want to say, third game in a Manchester City uniform. Definitely a game that we want to go ahead and prove ourselves in because of how much we did struggle in the Norwich City game before we did end up scoring our first City goal with or against Celtic in the Champions League. Here we managed to grab a beautiful goal, just a lovely last chance cross from Cristiano Ronaldo onto the head of Lee Seung-woo, just smacking that into the top left corner of the goal. Debatable if it was top left corner, but definitely the left side of the goal nonetheless. But just a beautiful goal all the way around. Honestly, I was kind of going back thinking maybe I should try to go for the bike, but ended up going for the header anyways, and luckily was able to go ahead and grab a goal from that. So still not entirely sure how I feel about Kevin De Bruyne playing out on the right. I'm still struggling a little bit with getting a control of him in that situation. It's still a little uncomfortable for me to be playing like that, but I'm getting a little more used to it. Still think he'd make an incredible center attacking mid, and we should put out David Silva out onto the right, but it is what it is. We'll keep trekking along with this team. I do want to play a little bit more with Sterling, but I don't really get that opportunity, obviously, with Cristiano Ronaldo in the side. Here in the 70th minute, I go for one more opportunity here. Just about could have probably moved that ball around a little bit more in the box, but I did want to go ahead and try to get a chance off to see if I could get that goal. Ended up not working out in my favor. You do see in the bottom right corner that even though I did get that goal, I still only had a 6.8 rating, which is a little disappointing because obviously I was doing incredibly well in Barcelona player rating and goal wise as well. So a little bit disappointing, but we are scoring goals, so that is a little bit more convincing, I guess you could say. In this episode, we actually have 3 different trophies we're playing for, basically. Well, obviously, this isn't the game to win the trophy, but we're playing in the Premier League. We have a game in the Capital One Cup, and then we also have a game in the Champions League. Now, playing a little bit ahead, obviously, that I do as I record these videos afterwards. I can say that I'm getting obviously a lot more games here. I am the star player of the team, obviously next to Cristiano Ronaldo, so I'm definitely the starting striker in the team. So they actually put me into just about every game that I could possibly play. And here in the Capital One Cup, I am very glad to be playing this. Obviously, as you see right here in the 25th minute, I go ahead and grab my 4th goal in 4 games. So I'm absolutely buzzing after that. To come to Manchester City and immediately get on the scoring sheet in 4 games, 4 goals is just incredible, and I'm feeling great. I was struggling a little bit with the Barcelona squad in the beginning. Couldn't really find my footing. I'm still not 100% comfortable in this team, but this team does let me flourish a little bit more. Even though I'm not a big fan of this formation with Cristiano Ronaldo playing left mid instead of left wing, I don't really think he gets utilized to the best of his ability, but we do make it work, and it does allow me to move a lot more at that front line as the sole striker in the team. I would like to play in a 2-striker set at some point with Wilfred Boney. I think it would work incredibly well for us. He's a good striker that would definitely help me passing wise and just chance creation wise, because it does get a little difficult being the only striker. And here in the 45th minute of the Capital One Cup, I don't know what was going through my mind, but the second I did it, I realized that I incredibly messed up and managed to actually pick up a red card right at the end of the first half. If I would have just held down anything for just a couple more seconds, I would have been totally fine. Here you see me, I'm fighting with the team, arguing as I get that red card, struggling a little bit. we end up getting pulled out of the game. Obviously, red card, immediate ejection, and we will be missing the next game, which was against Tottenham Hotspur, which is going to be a pretty big game for this season. Tottenham's obviously a very good team in career modes, and this is definitely a game I didn't want to miss because they were on really good form. A strong team overall as well. Obviously, they did lose Eriksson over the summer, but still a strong team nonetheless. Definitely wanted to play against my Korean brother, basically, in Hungmin's son. So it was a little disappointing not to get the opportunity to go up against him. But it is what it is. Here, you guys are going to see this game run down. Boney started the game, and Iheanacho came in as well, but we weren't able to grab a goal in this game, and it is going to end in a 0-0 draw, which is a little disappointing. Arsenal is playing incredibly well. We do have that game in the next few weeks as well, but focusing on the next game against Athletic Bilbao, like I did say, we do have our last game of the episode being in the Champions League, so 3 different competitions in this episode, so exciting stuff nonetheless here. Obviously, I really enjoy playing in the Champions League because it means I'm playing with the absolute best team we can put out, for the most part at least. Obviously, now I get to play with David Silva in the center attacking mid position instead of our lesser talented, I guess you could say, center attacking mid, our youth player that we're trying to bring up in the ranks. So it's exciting for me to go ahead and get gameplay here. This is a pretty big game. Obviously, Bayern is going to be pretty untouchable. I mean, we can definitely beat them. I'm not going to say we can't because I do have faith in this team. But in this group, I think Bilbao definitely could grab a win off of us or a draw at any given time. So we definitely need to treat them as good of a team as Bayern Munich at all times to make sure that, you know, we don't take this game lightly and we can continue to do well in this group and make sure we get that first or second seed. And in the 9th minute, we actually managed to grab a goal. I saw Silva getting that ball and I was like, you know what, he just needs to shoot this immediately. So I do suggest him to shoot, and he smashes that ball down and around the keeper. So ended up going through the legs of the defender to make it even better of a goal. So we managed to go ahead and grab a leading goal in the 10th minute of the game to give us an early lead. So that made us pretty comfortable going into the rest of the game, obviously. One thing I don't like about how this manager runs this team is that when we do score a goal, he immediately goes on defensive. And we stay like that for just about the rest of the game, and it invites a ton of pressure, and that's why in this first half that was really the only highlight from us. You saw the highlight from us and you saw the highlight from their team, but that was really about it, because for the rest of the half it was really just a lot of defensive play from us. So it is a little disappointing that we don't play more attacking. I think we need to be pushing for more goals at all times, so definitely going to be needing to look for that, and that's what I'm kind of trying to force the issue with. As the striker of the team, obviously I'm going to run and push that back line as much as possible, regardless of if we're on defensive, attacking, balanced, whatever. I'm going to be pushing that back line and trying to get as many opportunities for the club as we can. Doesn't really end up working for us in this first half, but it's definitely something that I'm not going to stop doing, because playing defensive as a striker, it just really means you sit back a little bit more, but your job at the end of the day should still be to push that back line, and that's exactly what I'm going to do to make sure that we can utilize as many opportunities as possible to get a bigger lead in games. But it would definitely help if we could actually bring that out more and have more opportunities to hit more strikes and score more goals in an attacking way instead of a defensive manner. So a little disappointing there. You guys are just watching a little bit of the highlights from this first half, a couple of the highlights that I may have cut out or anything like that, but nothing crazy happened, like I said. So going into the second half, definitely looking for more goals, but at the same time definitely looking to make sure that we maintain this lead at the end of the day. So I get an opportunity here in the 57th minute. Cristiano Ronaldo and I are just kind of passing the ball back and forth, and I end up getting clipped on the edge of the box, and Benyat, I believe, ends up getting a yellow card here. So pretty good opportunity. Obviously I'm not the free kick taker when Ronaldo is on the field, because Ronaldo is Ronaldo and he has better free kick stats than I do. So at least for now, I'm not going to be on free kicks the same as I wasn't on free kicks in the beginning at Barcelona, but I do have faith that we will end up on them here pretty soon, especially if Cristiano Ronaldo keeps kicking them like that and really not giving us too good of an option to put out more goals in the team. So here in the 80th minute, right whenever I was about to come off, I was like, I don't like how this is looking. Our team is sitting really far back. We were on ultra defensive at this point. We weren't holding the ball at all. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and pull myself off the pitch, and that's going to be that. They end up grabbing a goal in the 80th minute, tying it at 1-1. So I do come out of the game, and I really wish, I need to stop doing this, but I keep doing it, and that's simulating the rest of the game, because we ended up winning 5-1. I don't know how we scored 4 goals in 10 minutes. Obviously, it doesn't give you any sort of summary on the game, so we ended up winning 5-1 and going ahead and grabbing that win. So that is going to be the end of this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.